so different. Sweet teas. It's like, I don't know.
Really now, I'm excited to try this.
I mean, your guys is actually better than mine. Because I had a lemon ginger tea.
The lemon ginger tea.
That's what we're having.
Well, my throat's a little rough this evening.
What kind of tea is this one?
That is a vanilla chai
I like it. I do like it.
with a little bit of cane sugar and a splash of milk.
It's different.
Yeah, it is. What would be?
Yeah, the splash of milk is really the British thing to do. That's why I'm like, what? You've not had hot tea with a splash of milk?
No.
That's what they do.
I've
So-
never. Not even with a splash of milk.
now you have. Mine does not have milk in it because it's lemon ginger,
Right.
but it does have other things in it.
If you would do one thing for me at the top of the right top of the screen, press where it says comments. See where the little comment thing is there? To your right.
Yes.
And just push down to hear it click. Okay, there we go.
Oh, no, there you can see
It opens.
It
Hello,
opens.
Ashton.
And hey, Ashton, and we are going to soon have a tablet that we can have, maybe on this little table. There's a little table in front of us, and we can actually see comments because it is hard for all three of us to see. Do you have good eye vision?
No.
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 Well, let's introduce ourselves.
Let's do.
I'm Lana,
I'm Adam.
And I'm Brooke.
and this is the late date. Very, very, very late, but we had a
Yes.
lot of things happening in our lives. We actually didn't do any shows last week.
Or the week before.
No, we did some the week before.
Okay, so this week and last week.
But we had planned some earlier this week, like Thursday and stuff. We had to stop because of whatever. So
Pippin. Can I say that? I just want
You
to break the
stop.
silence. Brooke doesn't know. She's asked, because some other people have asked. Pippin has went missing. If anybody has any information about his whereabouts, please email me at the other people's show at Gmail. So please, I'll put that out there. Pippin, he's officially missing.
I mean, did he? Yeah, like, is he missing or did he just leave?
Well-
and Pippin likes to travel.
Pippin does like to
He
travel.
could be on the
He's in
road.
multiple
He
places
could be
now.
on the road anywhere, like legit. He could be on the road anywhere. It's like picnic time.
It is, but if he was in the
Camping
middle.
time, cookout time. Like he's probably crashing.
His timing could
I
be
don't
worse
blame
though, because he's
I don't
on.
blame
He's had 2 episodes. He was supposed to show up for work to do episode 3. We've not heard from him at all.
Nothing.
No. So
What did you do?
Aaron, it was
You're
Aaron.
suspicious too.
Yeah, very.
That's true. Oh, I think both of you all I had seen on Pippin's phone kissing Pippin on the cheek.
What?
I couldn't tell. It was a side profile of both. Well, I know you have been seen kissing Pippin. I suspected you as well, but it was kind of a faraway view, just from the side. So I'm not 100% sure that it
I'm
is her.
sure he'll show back up.
I do hope so. But that's where
Yeah, he
I've
probably
been.
wants some more kisses. So.
It does. That's where I've been looking for Pippin.
So, being a little busy and stuff, I've had to go back through like lots of notes for at least the past 2 weeks of shows I was going to do, and I'm like, well, I forgot what I said last week, right?
Right.
Like,
Yes.
this week ago, things have happened. So I think we have. I think I have some pretty good questions. Did I let you guys look at them at least? Yeah. Sorry.
I don't think I.
Now you have a moth in your tea.
Not in my tea. I'm sorry.
No.
Mine's good.
If you're like, I'll still drink it.
It's over there.
It did go over there.
Okay, I'm gonna ignore it.
Sorry.
But anyways, so I think we do have a pretty good show. Brooke, before we started, we were gonna like introduce you, and he was like a special
Special guest.
Special guest.
Are you a special guest? Or are you a guest? What do we call you?
What
are
do you consider yourself?
Because you've done the promo shoot for us, which was fabulous. What,
Check that out on YouTube.
like, and you've been on the show. What are
Quite a bit. More than a guest.
Yeah.
I would say, because only guests show up every so often.
And you've been on a regular basis.
Yeah. So I think that's something that we should ask the people that are watching as well, or watching the show. What would you
Consider,
consider me on the show?
yes.
Yes. At least 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I don't know.
Yeah, at least
A
5.
lot of appearances.
Should be, yeah.
Interesting.
And before we get started, I am in contact tomorrow, well, technically now today, with Adam Sturgill of 93.5, and we're going to be going in recording some stuff this week or next. So I'll be looking for that.
We'll remind them of that at the end. I feel like that's an
I
ending.
think that'll
thing.
be, yeah.
Are we ending the show? You usually say that at the end.
No.
We can quit right now.
No. I was going to have you make me some more
throat
tea,
hurts.
though. It's good.
Well, I originally made myself tea because my throat hurt. And then
Did
you guys, well, I have to drink this much, like, more medicinal tea as opposed to your, like, delicious, like, sweet.
It's delicious.
It is
Yeah,
sweet.
like.
I've never had tea like that.
Neither have I.
It's good.
You're welcome.
Delicious.
You're welcome.
You're welcome.
So on with the show.
On with the show. The first thing, and I think I might have let them see it like maybe 15, 20 minutes ago before we actually hit roll. I want to talk about these, like, I think it came up because of something within at least the past 2 weeks. It came up. How do you bring up to a significant other? And I'm not sure if it's relationship, obviously, but well, it could be your sister. You know, this pet peeve.
It could be a roommate.
Or just this thing they do that literally it's like you don't like it. Or if you could just stop doing that, or just let me give you a suggestion. And you mean it from the bottom of your heart because you don't mean it cruelly or meanly. And you've thought it at least immediately once you encountered it.
Yeah.
When do you bring it up? Like, I mean, like, how close do you have to be? Like, how do you bring up a pet peeve with somebody? Like, no, I'm not talking. Well, I think you're drinking too much, or I think you should probably quit smoking, or didn't make it to the gym this week. No, but other things just kind of like I literally can't handle, and it's against everything else in me. It irritates the piss out of me when you squeeze the toothpaste from the top, like something like that. Like
Right.
it's a pet peeve. Like, how do you bring it up? When do you bring it up?
For
And what are some of the pet peeves you have? That's a good question. I didn't write that down, but I'm sitting here.
I mean, that would be one that I have that you mentioned. Not rolling the toothpaste down.
That's
Or
also one,
I
yeah.
don't like to roll. I like to just squeeze from the bottom.
I roll
I don't
mine.
like
I
to
roll
roll.
it.
I roll it. I
Did
need
you
one of
want-
those things that just go, hey, I'm sorry.
No, you
I'm
can get the
sorry.
big slippy things and nothing has to be rolled. I like it to still keep the same shape, just deflated. I don't know.
No, Ashton says she's really blunt.
Good.
That
Good trait. Good trait. Good
is a
trait.
good trait to have.
Yeah.
You know.
Anything else? But how do you approach it? Let's say,
I mean, chewing loud, that would be a pet peeve.
well,
Chewing with the mouth open,
Oh, I can't.
nobody can stand that.
you know.
Some people have a little higher degree than others, but no, let's say, listen, like you can't do that. And I've asked you, it's like, I mean, like pet peeves, or you know that I don't like it, like because you're going to encounter those in relationships, especially after time goes on. Like, actually, or maybe you've even never said it. Like, how do you say it without truly hurting somebody's feelings? Like, oh, I don't really mean it like that. I'm just trying to be
Pleasant and not hurtful.
yes, we're trying to grow together, and I feel like
Well, why don't you approach
we
it?
need to grow past this right here,
Well, you
right?
can approach it comedically like you just
Well,
did.
Yeah.
So
I mean, that would
is
like.
that how it works?
I think
is
that would be
how
part
it
of
you
the-
just like and you just put a little comedy in there?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I'm serious, but
I mean, it could.
I'm like, yeah, I don't want to make you feel bad. But it just
You could say it
kinda-
in that tone. You could say it in that demeanor.
I think that's how you come across.
True.
But
True.
that person can also
Have you ever
still
had
take
to
it
do
wrong.
that and somebody like react badly in a relationship? You have? And had somebody just be like, I don't do that. Or just instantly like Matt, it was like
The fence goes up.
yeah, no,
automatically.
I didn't mean it like that.
Yeah.
You want to share? You're like, no.
No.
Now that I think about it, you had that look on her face like, actually, that's a past thing I do not want to share. And that's okay.
That's okay.
Yeah, I had somebody that they did smoke, which caused problems. But the agreement was that they would only smoke in the bathroom when I wasn't there, and stuff like that. So, or if I was there,
Why in the bathroom?
because she would often take a bath in the bathtub and watch Sex in the City while smoking and drinking wine.
I love Sex in the City.
So I have watched.
I do not know what that bespeaks of you. I'm holding your hand because I feel kind of bad for you right now. I don't know. So this lady is in the bathtub smoking cigarettes, and that's where she can drinking, watching Sex and the City. Did you say?
Yeah.
That's Bob.
That's a vibe, dude.
But that's not even.
Did you read that vibe correctly?
Yeah, I did.
Did you correct it?
Well, I mean, I wasn't there until the next morning, so I would see the
No
aftermath
problem.
of the tub still full of like water that was cold. The cigarette butts.
If a female is doing that, what would you think it meant? It would mean, this is a signal. I'm trying to do the whole spot and trying to make my whole, especially this, I don't know. Could be like a self-care thing, or if it was frequent, it would, I don't know.
What it really was.
That doesn't seem like a.
Was
frequent
the water at the apartment was, all of it was based upon like one set price. So Terry would take a bath every single night, so often that the landlords had to start saying, you all consume too much water. Not just us, but the apartments, because there was us and 3 others. And it was because of her taking all those baths. Every single day she would do this, every single day, for almost 10 months. And after 10 months, they were like...
I mean, does filling up a bath and just stopping the water waste more water than showers?
I guess if you do it every night. I don't know.
Well, it just depends on how long you take that shower.
True.
Unless you want to freeze to death afterwards, so eventually it's going to run out of hot water.
But that was a pet peeve, going in, cleaning up the cigarette butts, draining out the water, wiping out the tub, doing those little things every single morning. Did I ever say anything about it? No.
I think that was...
Up until you what? Blew up about it? Did you blow up about it? Or passive-aggressively bring it up?
Probably that. Passive-aggressively bring
because
it up.
that, just knowing you, seems like that's probably more your style.
Probably.
What'd you do? You probably remember. Tell us what you did.
I mean, I probably...
Like, what'd you do? Like, you're like, I can't handle this. I'm coming home. Like, I can see it. Okay. Whatever.
I mean, there were other stresses just in that. It was the stress that I was the only one that worked. She didn't help at all. I was working overnight, coming home, sleeping for 4 hours, and going to another job. So that was a little bit of the irritation.
So that was the irritation of her just...
And the toothpaste sometimes would be out with the cap off, the toothpaste on the sink, little things like that.
Yeah.
So I'm like doing a little quick house
My
cleaning
shoes were sitting in the closet, perfectly lined up, like flipped.
I asked for little things. No, I honestly, I don't think I ever really said anything.
Okay.
About your shoes?
No, that was being facetious. I was thinking like he's probably like,
She only knew that's how I really.
Why can it all?
It's how he really thinks.
That's how I really think about your shoes.
About my shoes?
No, I'm just kidding. Shoes and dresses.
Shoes.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't think I really ever said anything about that. But I did say something when she wanted to give me her junky computer and then her take my good one. I'm like, you're at home watching Sex and the City. She's like, yeah.
It's important.
Yeah,
I need
watch that.
I need clarity.
In the bathroom.
Sex and the City, and then Are You Afraid of the Dark?
It's a ritual I do.
That's her ritual to do.
That's a sign. I don't know what that's a sign of, but I feel like that's a sign. That's a sign. Shame on her, shame on you. I'm not sure what sign that is.
I mean, all's well that ended well. It ended well. It ended well.
That's her living.
We love Terry.
We'll have to get Terry to
hopefully she'll be on the show.
Yeah, she'll tell about that story. She'll remember.
I wonder if her tone is different. You think so?
Well, she probably would tell me things that she...
Most likely.
Most likely.
Most likely.
Most likely. You're going to have to read poor
Yes, Heather said poor Adam. Yes, indeed.
You, Adam.
Shame on her. What about yourself?
Well, me pet peeves. I mean, I have basic everyday problems with like misophonia and stuff like that, like sounds, especially eating, drinking, like all of those things. Like if you're gonna eat in a way and it's like I literally cannot, that I don't even know if I can correct the behavior. Like I don't know if I can correct that. Like once I know that it's never gonna get better. But I have like weird things about me, I have like phobias and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, so it's like, no, I don't want to make it better. I just prefer to avoid it.
Yeah.
It's just, I don't know. Probably not the best route to do things, but
Each their own.
it is what it is. So, anyways, what did Heather say?
I can't.
I can't really see it. I'm blind.
She
So.
said poor Adam, and then Ashley said shame on her.
Look at us.
Yes, we're all stretching forward.
We're all stretching to see. Which Lana got the glasses on, so that.
I mean, my glasses,
Adam,
my eyes are getting worse.
I have a doctor's
You're getting
doctor
old.
appointment Thursday, so
Look at that. She gets
Heather, she should just call. It's like, call.
Just call us
Like,
while
I
we're here.
can't. We can't read your stuff.
but we will be able to soon.
I shared a couple of relationship-less like memes, which I often do just because we do this show.
Yeah.
Which I don't know if people are looking at. It's just something I ran across and I'm like, maybe I've thought it. Maybe I'm thinking for somebody else. Maybe I'm thinking it right now. Whatever. You don't know because it's so mismatched. So I hope I don't confuse people with like.
Well, however, I
things
think
like
that
those.
subject's a really interesting.
Because we do this show.
Yeah.
Like that subject. People who intentionally post things that are emotionally.
Okay.
Because sometimes mine they're not really good.
I feel like in that subject, however, I think it just depends on like people that constantly post like that. However, I love to read memes. I like to, to me, my pet peeve on that is people assume. However,
Assume it's how you're channeling your emotions through
yeah,
that
and I'm like,
Yeah.
for one, there is certain people that do channel their emotions through it,
all the
But-
time.
Or
Or
trying to explain
or try to explain their situation. But however,
Nobody actually knows they possibly could not because you don't speak to any of those
Exactly.
people.
I feel
if
like
you
if
heard the wrong
somebody-
information, you'd be like,
if they're going
what?
to assume it, they read
You'd be
their.
like,
I would
What's
speak
the
to
ask?
you. How would you know that? Like, what that would mean? Like,
Because you have people that never speak to you on a daily basis, and they assume that if they see it. However, I feel like I post things that I like.
interesting.
I post things that are meaningful or something that I relate to, or just because I like it. If you assume that it's about
Me or what you're going
you
through.
or somebody else or myself, you truly don't know that.
Sometimes I get a lot
Because-
of, "Are you okay? Is everything fine?"
Yeah.
and it's like, yeah,
And
I'm
I
like
just like those
confused
quotes.
because sometimes they don't see it till like how Facebook does. You don't see something
3 days later.
2-3 days later, you're like, I literally, I was on Facebook that day. Why didn't I see it that day? For whatever reason. And so yeah. I was looking at me like,
I mean, I
I didn't start the thing, so
Well, no, I see a lot of the people that share memes, and I think people know deep down if that person has a history, that's how they're channeling their relationship, their breakup,
Do
their
you guys
family
like
drama.
or they're
like that. See, because I actually don't, well, I just said I don't like that. But you want to know what? Sometimes I actually do. I don't even know really these people. I can just see
It's
it
an
happening. And it's like days of our lives.
And you're kind of watching it unfold.
It
and-
usually, if I get on this something like that, it's usually but just a couple of days being like, huh. But I always step back and think, what do I know or what have I heard? And how do I know these people that would be on my page? Where have I seen them and all of that?
Right.
What have other people have said over, not right now, in the past that I've heard? I probably do guys be like, yeah, okay, let's watch this for a second. Hopefully I don't take sides. I just
Well, sometimes you just like watching the shit show.
yeah, I like watching
shit show.
the shit show. But I actually don't like that whole posting of stuff like on social media or people even assuming that it is something
That's going on
about
personally.
your personal life. That's probably a whole nother show.
Well, see, a lot of people
We've
make,
touched on that before.
Yeah.
Like, how personal should your personal life be?
or how much
should
of
it
your
be?
personal life should you or would you want to?
I mean, like
You
you
share.
said, sometimes it can be an escape for somebody. But however, I see it this way. Like I said, even for myself, I'm that type of person. I see a lot of people or that post it because that's their way of getting at their feelings, or it's because it has something to do with their life. But however, so a lot of people are different, and like I said, people are very just upfront, jumping to the conclusion of most posts are about either somebody else, it's them, or their issue. However, I'm that person. It could be like, say, if I'm the happiest person that day. However, I could post something that could be
Complete
The
opposite.
darkest. Oh, God.
It's your
and
own
sometimes-
What
post
is she
poem.
going through?
exactly. And
Honey,
sometimes that's
I'm
not
like,
the case.
are you all right?
Sometimes
It's like,
I read
I'm fine.
something
I'm
and
fine.
I can feel that.
Or if you post a
I felt
song or
that,
something
or
like
a
that as
song, and it
well.
doesn't mean if I have a sad song, it's a heartbreak. However, if I post it, it's because either I liked it, it speaks to me. However, maybe it meant something. How it could not mean anything. It's just something that I like.
Mhm.
It's like almost like saying, some people have posts like, I don't like them because they post like something that says the F bomb in it, or they must be mad at the world, or they have issues. I mean, it could just be something funny that they liked, but somebody else finds something wrong with it
Mhm.
because they posted it. I'm like,
I guess-
you can't judge that person over their post.
I
It has
guess
nothing to do with
maybe because Facebook is and Snap and all that, it's so just very public
Mhm.
and reaches a whole lot of people you don't know and that don't even know you really.
Yeah.
You have just said something negative about another person that could have negative effects later, and it could be based on emotion, it could be based upon truth, it could be based on falsehoods. You don't know because you don't really know these people. All you know is there's just something negative. So I don't know. It just seems you wouldn't want to post your business, right? I don't know.
Speaking of like that, what do you think of like when, if you date somebody, if you're in a relationship, outside people come in, sorry, outside people come in and say, so and so is, this way or that. They start telling you things they've heard about the other person. Do you take stock in that? Do you listen to them? No, I don't want to listen to it. Like, how do you approach that?
I
Handle
feel
that.
The same way I approach if I have negative feelings about somebody,
Mhm.
I'm not going to post publicly and try to
Put them
sway
down.
the opinion without anybody's own personal experience about somebody else
Right.
any differently. My experience might not be your experience. Why would you publicly like I said,
Yeah.
I don't know. So that would be the same thing as somebody coming up, well, let me just tell you and all this. Why are you purposely walking up and telling me this? For one, it never bodes well for people to speak negatively about. If you don't have anything nice to say, don't say it at all. Remember? Your grandma said it. Well, actually, it makes sense. Then don't say it all. Let people experience and feel and,
witness that for
and-
themselves before they judge the situation.
yeah, and literally come up with their own
Conclusion.
conclusion or opinion or idea about person X
Right.
without any type of influence. Like, do you see it? You don't. It's not your relationship with that person. And that could just even be friends. Like, don't be friends with her. Like, there's no. It just seems strange.
I think so too.
Strange behavior.
It is.
And in relationships and ex-relationships and ex-partners, I guess that's pretty common to do that. Do y'all think that's pretty common?
I don't know. I've
I've seen it a lot.
I've seen it a lot. I've never been involved in it, really.
I could talk negatively about a lot of people I've seen or dated. The ones I could, but like not worth.
Not worth
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
I think I've
yeah.
only said very, very few details about like the most negative experience I've ever had in dating. That's probably about it. I don't say negative really anything about anything else. Most of the time, the past people I date, or I hold in a positive light. I don't like, you didn't know what was going on. You don't know how, Oh, we get along just, I don't know. I don't know how you get past that, or is that just the norm? You need people to be on your side. To feel
I don't know. I
validated.
hear every day when people are like arguing on their phones about things like that. So, but I'm like, yeah, I've heard about it, seen it, but never really been involved firsthand.
I feel like she does have a point there too. It's like how people have to have people on their side to feel
Validated.
However,
So that like those public posts, it's like you just put something negative and you're okay with doing all that, like you said.
Because they want people to back them up and reassure
They
them.
need backup, or even just getting people to agree with them. What if it's an untruth? It becomes a truth because people tend to have a problem with the understanding that a consensus of opinion still does not equal a fact.
Or truth.
Yep.
Yeah, like doesn't matter what everybody thinks. It doesn't change the truth.
Yeah.
I feel like in my case of this, I feel like if somebody knows me, and if they feel like they know me, but they listen to somebody else because of they kind of like believe somebody's manipulation over the fact that they knew me personally. I feel like if you want to choose to believe that, then I feel like I'm not going to beg you. I'm not going to make you believe these.
Exactly.
However, I feel like I know who I am, and I feel like you know that.
So believe what you want.
Believe what you
Believe
want,
what
and
you
if
want.
you want to believe the other side, then you don't.
Actually, you should just let them. You should
Yeah.
leave it alone. I don't think you should argue back. If
No, Heather's
somebody-
saying we live in a small town, so we're fucked either way. So Heather,
I mean, she's
This to a
Partially
certain
right,
extent,
yeah.
partially right.
Yeah.
Partially right. But I just think I don't know. I don't think I would ever be like details of my personal life and so backwards going back to like memes and things you post, you're just feeling them like I'm not giving you details of my life.
I feel like if you have to sit
posting
there and
things.
keep proving
because
believe
like
that you're not this person,
but I'm against that. But other people might be okay in this. I
feel like you knew me better than that.
That's a pet peeve of social media of mine. Although I pay attention to it, it's like, it's catch-22.
yes.
Damned if you do, damned like I can't
That's
help
right.
it.
That's how it is. So it is damned if you do, damned if you
Either
don't.
way. Either way. Well, we are approaching the 30-minute mark. So yeah, already.
My tea's cold already.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sad about that.
It's
It
the
doesn't
fan
take-
probably
I'm not
helps as
finished
well.
it.
Does it taste bad cold? I can heat it back up for you.
So if you have tea at home, please drink.
It still tastes good.
No, it
No, it's
doesn't.
not.
No, it
No,
needs
it
to be
doesn't.
hot. It needs to be hot. So since the tea is chilling, we will wrap up the show. Do you have a final thought or poem or anything you'd like to share?
I was going to share a poem, but I think I'm going to save it.
Okay.
I think I'm going to
It
save
was a good one. I liked it. We
well,
got the,
maybe I won't save it.
if you want to save it,
I've been a little bit rambly and just out of sorts. Like I don't much feel like speaking much more. My throat hurts.
Listen, I
It's
love poetry.
It's unknown, so it was a meme that I didn't share, but it said, "It's impossible," said pride. "It's risky," said experience. "It's pointless," said reason. "Give it a try," whispered the heart. I don't know. I just liked it.
I like it too.
You guys
I like it
You
too.
like it too? I like it.
I read a lot of
Totally
poetry,
like
so,
it.
So- It's been a fun show. I'm glad everyone tuned in. A lot of that moth
that
is just wants to make a camera appearance,
You must
that's my giant
and it's coming back.
moth, Adam, outside.
And we're gonna have to get in here because I'm gonna
Oops,
knock you the hell
Use the
out
word
for almost
Oops.
knocking you the hell
that thing is just crazy.
You just
Sorry,
threw her
The
clip.
banana clip, is that the banana clip?
out. Okay, yeah, that's my banana clip.
So
Anyways, this is a late date. Check us out on the Other People Show on
YouTube, and please like and share the video, and check out the YouTube page. So yeah, it's been fun.
Just calling it a night.
I'm Adam.
I'm Brooke.
I'm Lana.
Good night, everyone.
Bye.
Fish and broadcast. Peace.
That was really late.